Hello again, everybody. It's me, Marcus, and I review stuff. Today I'm reviewing the song Loreley, I think that's how you say it, by Lord of the Lost. It's been a long time since I come back to Lord of the Lost. Yeah, a couple months at least. I couldn't even tell you. At this point, time is an illusion. I have no idea what day it is, or like how long this lockdown has actually been. It feels like it's been 5 years. A decade ago seems like a millennia ago. Time is an illusion. So anyway, this is Lord of the Lost, Loreley. I kind of like what I've heard from Lord of the Lost so far, so I'm excited for this one. Raining Stars wasn't too bad. The one I heard before that, I think, on this rock I will build this church. I think that's what it was called. I think that was the first song I heard by them. That was almost a year ago, because my channel is almost a year old. It might be a year at this point. I honestly have no idea. Hey, happy 1 year to my channel, because I know I started it right before I moved into my house. Because my first 2 or 3 videos is in my old apartment, so it's getting pretty close because it's almost been a year since I moved into my house, so it's getting pretty close. But anyway, Lord of the Lost, Loreley comes as an old request. As I mentioned before, I'm going through all my old requests and trying to knock out the old ones first, and stop being so selective and just go, let's get the old ones out of the way first. So anyway, Lord of the Lost, Loreley, Trashman's here. I'm sure you can hear him outside, but, hopefully the music will drown him out. Here we go. Okay, like it so far.
She knows a creed is a beast that kills from inside. She lives a soul from their home at aerial high tide. The moments alone with sorrow to share, in search of a key you know is not there. Oh no, oh no. The clouds in the sky and dreams in the dirt, being stronger than death does not feel the hurt. Oh no, oh no. Cry for freedom.
That was a good one. This is probably my favorite Lord of the Lost song so far that I've heard. I love the energy in it. Kind of throughout the song, the lead singer, he almost like shades of Rammstein, honestly. Just the way he was singing, it had this very epic sounding tone to it. But then the screaming was actually really pleasant in this one, believe it or not, as pleasant as screaming can be. But I liked it here. So yeah, this was a good one. I like this one a lot. Just a really cool listen. Yeah. The guitar riff was really enjoyable. And I like the singing style, especially at the beginning. It was a little bit faster, and it just made for a really cool, like fast-paced, high-energy song. A really cool song. I like it. I'm wondering if this has its roots in mythology or fantasy, just because a lot of it sounds very fantastical to me. Like even the name Loreley, Cry for Eden, like those lines conjure up images of fantasy or mythology. So let's see. There's some information here. It says it's unreviewed, but the song is based in the Loreley's myth. It first told the story of an enchanting female associated with the rock in the poem. The beautiful Loreley, betrayed by her sweetheart, is accused of bewitching men and causing their death. Rather than sentence her to death, the bishop consigns her to a nunnery, which, if I remember correctly, it's used in Shakespeare. I don't think it's what I'm thinking of, because the first thing I think of when I see the word nunnery is like a place where nuns live. But I remember in Shakespeare it was used in a different way. It was like, get thee to a nunnery, which I believe was like a prostitute house, right? Like that's what I'm remembering. But it's been not since my freshman year in college that I've truly studied Shakespeare, so my memory could be very fuzzy. On the way there too, accompanied by, you know what the fuck? I have Google in front of me. I have the power of the internet. What am I doing? Just pondering to myself. A building or group of buildings in which nuns live. Oh, okay, so it is. Then why the hell is my teacher telling me that it meant something else? She was probably right. I don't know why I'm questioning. No, place of residence for nuns, a convent. Slang, obsolete, a brothel. Okay, so she was right. I thought so. Okay, all right, we're good. Crisis averted. So yeah, and I wonder which one it means here. The bishop consigns her to the nunnery. I'm assuming it means the place where nuns live. Probably not the brothel. On the way there too, accompanied by 3 knights, she comes to the Loreley rock. She asked permission to climb it and view the Rhine. The Rhine once again. She does so, and thinking that she sees her love in the Rhine, falls to her death. The rock still retained an echo of her name afterwards. Brentano has taken inspiration from Ovid and the Echo myth. Interesting. As a fan of fantasy mythology in general, I'm sure you guys have seen me wear my D&D shirts on here all the time. I have a lot of them. This pleases me from a lyrical standpoint. I love mythology, I love fantasy, and I loved when artists kind of take that leap and make songs about them. So let's read the lyrics. Let's see if we can kind of parse out that meaning there. So she knows her grief is a beast. Okay, so that kind of already gives credence to that myth of losing her loved one, right? That kills from inside. She lifts the soul from their home. She lifts the souls from their home at aerial high tide. So again, it goes back to her, I guess, luring men to their death, which I feel like I've heard this myth in some fashion before. I think this is a pretty popular myth. I don't know if I ever really knew the name of it until now. No moments alone, no sorrow to share. In search of a key is not there. Oh no, Loreley. I can't remember how you pronounce it in the song now. Loreley. With arms to the sky and dreams in the dirt, being stronger than death does not heal the hurt. Ooh, man, that's a great line. Being stronger than death does not heal the hurt. I love that. I didn't even notice that the first time. I was too busy jamming out. Oh no, Loreley. Oh no, Loreley. I keep alternating the name. Cry, Loreley. Cry for Eden. So Eden being like the perfect place, almost like heaven, right? So it's like cry because I think you've lost that when you lost your lover. Cry, Loreley, cry for Eden, Loreley. She's starved of light, no respite. Each breath's a burden. Time can't reverse her grim curse of life eternal. Oh, so she has eternal life, And, eternal life is a difficult thing because, I mean, think about it. If you live forever and no one else does, you're going to spend lifetimes losing loved ones. I mean, it is kind of a sad reality. Not a reality. It's a sad piece of realism that comes with eternal life if it were something that were real. No moments alone, no sorrow to share. In search of a key you know is not there. Oh no, Loreley, oh no, Loreley. Cry, Loreley, city. Cry for Eden, Loreley. Cry, Loreley. Cry for Eden, Loreley. Scream for me, scream for me, scream for me, scream for me. Cry, Loreley. Cry for Eden. It goes on the same way the rest of the song. It's pretty cool. Again, I think it has its roots in mythology, and I think that's just really badass. The lyrics, pretty interesting. Like I said, I really love that line, being stronger than death does not heal the hurt. Badass line and a badass song. I give it 2 big thumbs up for lyrics. As far as the instrumentation goes, like I said, I really loved the guitar throughout. That guitar riff was just really enjoyable. Kept a really cool rhythm. Drums were fine. I feel like... there was something else I felt like I was going to say about the guitar, but it's already slipped my mind. I liked it. I like the heaviness. I think that's what I was going to say. I like the heaviness of the song overall. I liked the screaming, singing, all of it. I feel like it was used in a very balanced way. I've said before that although I am a fan of some songs that just have screaming throughout, I do like a little bit of screaming followed by singing, followed by screaming, followed by, I like that sort of structure and style. And this one kind of gave that to me. His voice was very epic when he wasn't screaming, and so it was still very heavy. It wasn't as maybe melodic as other metal acts can be sometimes, but it was still very much like very solid. I like his faster pace of singing there in the beginning of the song, but when he did belt out the screams, it sounded good. It fit the song, and all the heaviness from the instrumentation to the vocals really flowed well here. So really enjoyed this one. 2 thumbs up, both instrumentally and vocally there as well. As far as replay value goes, I haven't. It's been hard for me to get into Lord of the Lost. The last 2 songs I've heard from them, On This Rock I Will Build My Church and Raining Stars, they were good, but they just weren't songs that really connected with me to the point where I wanted to go back and listen to them. I will say, this song did that. This song I was able to connect with. I'm like, this is cool, this is heavy, this is just a really good listen. This is one I connect with. This is going on the playlist for sure. This is getting some replay value. I give it 2 big thumbs up. The heaviness is what attracted me, I think, from the beginning of the song, the guitar riff. I just really like this song. It's really badass and a fun listen. So that's it for me. Really enjoyed this one. Give me more like this. If there's more from Lord of the Lost that are in the same vein as this song, that had that just cool heaviness, really awesome lyricism, and just a nice balance there between singing and screaming. I think that's kind of what I'm looking for. So give me more like this for sure. If you enjoyed the music, go support the artist. You can find them in my Spotify playlist. There's every single song I've heard so far on my channel. It's a lot of music. If you want to support me, just the normal stuff you do on YouTube, like and subscribe and comment. That's it for me, guys. Hope you're staying safe and healthy, and I sure hope I see you in the next video. Don't miss out. See ya. Bye.